It's really mysterious, I guess, to men when they think about, like, why would a woman sleep with somebody she don't like? We do it all the time. Women will sleep with men for leverage all the time. Anton Daniel's side chick did not lie. She is no side. His wife is down. Ooh, controversial. Oh my God.
Anton Daniels' side chick did not lie. Is Anton Daniels' wife down with this situation? As I thought about it, I said, you know what? Anton has consistently disrespected his wife, and then he has always said he can do what he wants. What exactly does that mean? So it had me thinking, maybe this is a situation where they are both messing with women together.
I don't really understand that connection. Why does him disrespecting his wife consistently, which I don't even know what that means, what is he doing that's disrespecting her? How does that equal they're sharing the girls together? There's plenty of dudes that will disrespect their girlfriends, but then not share girlfriends with her. And plenty of dudes that are respectful to their women, but will also share girls with them. If your girl is bisexual and y'all have an open relationship and the two of you agree that you're going to share women together, then that's how that works. Like, I don't understand the correlation she's making. Am I missing something here?
So, is this what's going on with Anton and his wife? Mika said that she is nobody's side chick. And you know what I thought about when she said she's nobody's side chick?
Because she's not. She's the inside chick. The side chick is the girl you have in secret that you sneaking around with, you lying to, and the girl who you got at home, you lying to her too. That's the side chick. The inside chick is the one everybody know about. It's like, she's not a side chick. She's been approved. She can go over to the house, hang out with the couple. Nobody's getting jealous. Nobody cares. It's not the same thing.
Even the video I did yesterday, Anton said that he sleeps with all of the females that's around him. And I was like, wow. So he's been sprinkling shit the whole time. Nobody said you ain't sleeping with me, which was very weird, okay?
So that's what I'm saying. If he makes a claim like that and nobody's coming out publicly stating, well, I'm not one of those people, then I'm inclined to believe that it's true. But the question is, why are they sleeping with him? This is the question mark. People have the misconception that women will sleep with men because they like them. No, we don't. We sleep with all kinds of men we don't like. We even sleep with men we hate. It's really mysterious, I guess, to men when they think about, like, why would a woman sleep with somebody she don't like? We do it all the time. Women will sleep with men for leverage all the time. Women will sleep with men to make them do favors for them. Women will sleep with men so that she can have control over that man. Women will use their bodies for leverage constantly, just like men will use their money, their wealth, their status for leverage all the time. Men have their way of exerting power and women have our way of exerting power. And for some women, yeah, we'll do it through sex. So I don't understand why people get so, like, caught up on women sleeping with men who they have no business sleeping with. They do it all the time for their own various reasons. It's about whatever that woman is trying to get out of the situation. Now, are there women that are sleeping with you because they actually do genuinely like you? Of course. But it's really not that far-fetched that women will give their body parts away in exchange for favors and perks.
Has Anton's wife approved for him to sleep with these women?
Lady, what a dumb question. The answer to the question is yes. Like, are y'all slow? Obviously, yes. If you publicly stating in front of everybody in the whole wide world and use a public figure that you sleep with all the women around you, clearly your wife is not stupid. She hear you saying that. You gonna say that and think, like, your wife ain't gonna hear if she's not approving it? Of course she approves of it. She don't care. It's like, what is so difficult to understand about some women really don't care about sharing their men? They really don't. In fact, there are more women who don't mind sharing their men than we even, like, know about, because it's so taboo to talk about it out loud that women who feel that way, they're not in the business of running around announcing it to everybody. Sorry that you guys got spoiled by the LGBTQ plus community, but everybody don't need to tell everyone about their sexual preferences. Like, it's not necessary. I don't need to wear a shirt that says I like watching my man sleep with women. You understand what I'm saying? It's plenty of people that have these kinds of preferences and they're not announcing it to everyone. So why y'all keep acting like you so shocked? These are adults, grown ass ass adults who are doing what they want to do with consenting other grown ass adults. Like, what is so difficult to understand about this? I just don't get it. Just because you're not into something doesn't mean somebody else isn't. Everybody is diverse and different. Like, we keep acting like tolerance, diversity. Where the hell did all of that DEI bullshit go when it comes to these people? It's very question mark, okay? So if y'all can accept the queer community who don't even know what gender they're supposed to be today, why is it so difficult to accept that there are women out here and men who have no problem sharing their partners with people? It doesn't bother them sexually sharing their partners with other people. Don't you know there's a whole like swinger community out here?
I just found out that the new neighborhood that me and my husband just bought a home in is full of swingers. All of them. They're all in open marriages. Yeah, and we are formally invited to participate, apparently.
But I'm still trying to figure out who cares. Like, why is everybody so concerned with what Anton Daniels and his weird looking ass wife is doing behind closed doors? Why do we care about this so much, America? Why does it matter? I'm just confused. Y'all should be more concerned about how much grifting this guy does on a daily basis, how much money he steals from people who have no idea that he's just running his mouth and can't deliver anything. Y'all should be more concerned with that than who he's sleeping with. Like, who actually gives a damn? It's just bizarre to me.
Let's just be honest.
Keeping it all the way real, I'm gonna say this like as if I was in a room full of women, because this is how us women talk. Analyzing a situation like this. Rita is not a woman who is traditionally beautiful. And I think she knows that. I think she's very fully aware that she's not as pretty as she could be compared to some other women that she be seeing her man be looking at, okay? You can't compete. You can't compete with a girl who's got a different skin complexion than you. And I'm saying this based on girls like Mika, who we know obviously he's attracted to. You know, you can't compete with her hair texture. You can't compete with her hair length. You can't compete with her youthfulness. Rita looked like she older than Anton. I don't know if she is, but she looked like it, okay? She's not in denial about her beauty level. She's really not that pretty. Something that I think a lot of people don't understand about women who are in these types of relationships a lot of times, right? If she doesn't feel physically adequate, sometimes the guilt of, I don't look as pretty as I could for this dude who's doing all this stuff for me, that can make you feel like just almost like you're living vicariously through these other women who are way prettier than you. They're completely out of your league physically. To see them showing affection to your man can be a turn on to a woman who's basically looking in the mirror every day and seeing something that she just feels like, mediocre, basic. You know what I'm saying? Now, women who are really beautiful, and I guess the ones that other women like to call us women that have pretty privilege, whatever the hell that means, we don't have this issue. So we don't really know what it feels like to wake up every day reminded when you look in the mirror that you could look a lot better, or there's other women that look much better than you. Although we're not exempt from that, because you're still gonna run into women who are objectively extremely attractive, but for whatever reason she has very low self-esteem. So to her, when she looks in the mirror, all she sees is her flaws. My tooth is crooked, my eyebrows aren't all the way lined up, my ears are a little bit big, I got a huge forehead. Like, she just keeps seeing all these flaws when she looks at herself in the mirror. But other people will look at her and be like, gorgeous, oh my goodness, where did she come from? Mermaid, right? You'll see this with women who are just, for whatever reason, they don't feel completely beautiful, like as beautiful as they want to, or they feel like they're lacking in some way, but they're trying to like keep up this facade of having confidence. They will sometimes live that by seeing their boyfriends or their men with prettier women. Like, they kind of get the rush of like, that's what it would be like if it was me who was this beautiful woman that my man is with. That's how he would look. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know if I'm explaining this well, but it's a psychology behind this that I'm trying to get across, that for some reason that's why they are very like lustfully involved in the openness of the relationship, where the physical part of it, seeing their men dominate a very beautiful woman, it gives them like a power rush. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a psychological thing. It's not a sexual thing. It's a psychological thing. Some women kind of, they feel like that, and that's why they will have this nonchalance about seeing their men with other women, going to the strip strip club watching these pretty girls who look like Beyonce and them, but you up on a stage, cheap as hell, shaking your booty all over the place, just looking like the bottom of the rung of us women. Like, we don't have respect for women who are shaking their tits all over the place. That's not something we look at and revere as women. Even the ones that go to strip clubs, we're literally objectifying those women when we go there, right? So you're just basically having a good, it's like revenge of the mediocre bitch. Like, I get to watch my man degrade you, treat you like a piece of meat, treat you like this unimportant object. He's just throwing dollar bills at you. Look at you, so thirsty, can't wait to bend over and pick up his dollars. There's some kind of a rush that comes over you psychologically seeing something like that, because it makes up for the fact that you're not as beautiful as her. Like, if you were a woman looking at this, thinking to yourself, look how pretty you are, and you're on your hands and knees groveling for cash in front of all these average ass dudes. Like, look at you. Ugh. That feeling is very exhilarating to some women, especially women who are not beautiful themselves and they don't really know what it feels like to walk down the street and have men gawking at them all the time. I hope that this is making sense when I'm talking about, you psychology buffs and smarter critical thinking guys, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I know when women hear me talking like this, they know exactly what I mean. Not to say that they feel this way, but they've been in situations where what I'm talking about, it makes sense to them, So I think that's what's going on with him and his wife, to be honest.
The last time that we actually went to a strip club was before the pandemic. And we went because it was like a birthday party. But usually what we'll do is...
See what I'm talking about? This is not the first time they went to a strip club. Why is this lady acting so shocked?
Them hoes be in there looking thirsty, begging, looking...
Look how he's talking about these women. Them hoes, they lazy, they're begging, they're thirsty. Yes, if I was his wife, and I know these girls are way better looking than me, younger than me, they have their whole future in front of them, and they just over here demeaning themselves. Ain't nobody dragged you to the strip club and made you be a stripper. You did it to yourself. And my man is sitting here laughing at you with me. Like, that makes up for the insecurity of this voice in her head telling her when she looks in the mirror, you could be prettier, you getting old, you looking wrinkly, your body parts starting to sag. Like, it makes up for that. I really hope what I'm saying makes sense, because this is not something people openly talk about.
Desperate. So I'm like, hey, why not get a couple bands, make some fun, have some fun, see what's happening or whatever. So, all of that. And the next thing you know, I start putting on my investigative hat. And my investigator hat started looking at all of the ways that they skimming. When I see things, I see it based off of the finances. I see the chick up on a stage, so I go up there and I throw her some money or whatever. And then I go over there, and then the one over there begging, Rita don't know how to say no because we don't want her because she don't look that good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, shoo her away. No, you don't. This chick is so nice. First of all, she gonna tell me, don't make eye contact with that one because she busted. Anton, don't make eye contact with her because
she's fugly, and I don't want her thinking that we trying to throw money at her ass. So don't look at her because she's like a beggar on the street. Don't look at them people or they're gonna be following you talking about, hey, can I get $1? Can I get $1? That's why she said, I swear to God, Laykesha, why you do this? You set this video up like it was some diabolical, some mystery you solved. Like, what the hell? I could have been told you that. What the hell?
Did y'all hear that? Rita tells him don't make eye contact with her. Let me rewind it.
Yeah, we heard it. You don't need to
don't make eye contact with her because they come over to the table and they start shaking something,
like a bunch of pigeons.
You know what I'm saying? And they start, all of them, they smell money because you got this nigga over there in the construction Timbs. You know what I'm saying? This nigga over there dressed up, but he ain't got no money. And he over there with $5 in his hand trying to figure out how he gonna make it rain. You know what I'm saying? And then I walk in there with all of the money and all of that. They see you on the camera.
Duh, they don't like you. They just want your cash. They hungry. Hello.
I could see the camera in the back. See, my investigative lens is working. They see what you drive up in on the camera. I tipped the valet guy like $100 just to keep me in the front. They know, and they know. And then some people probably recognize me, whatever, so on and so forth. So
this is classic, man. I think my assessment is very correct about Rita. Rita is living vicariously through her husband. I'm telling you, the way that her husband is moving and treating these women like they don't even matter, even though they're very beautiful. she gets an adrenaline rush from that. And you see how he said she's too nice. She don't know how to say no to them. You're right, because as a woman, again, if you not some pretty privilege having woman, you don't got it like that to just be walking around with an attitude and treating other people like they should just kiss your ass because you came in the room. You really don't. You have to be more polite. You have to be more open-minded. You have to seem like you're kinder than you really want to be, because you don't have it like that to risk people not jumping to do you favors because they just like the way you look. And I know women like her, they see women like us being treated that way all the time. Now, I'm not condoning women who do have pretty privilege acting like little bitches, and in no way am I condoning that. I hate women who act like that. You know, they be all up their own asses like they not gonna get old and wrinkly one day. Yes, you will, sis. But when you're used to being the forgotten woman in the room, it's very easy for you to have these feelings of animosity towards other women who are beautiful. And you're just like, have you guys ever heard stories about young teenage girls who they get jealous of their other girlfriends and the attention that those girls get from the boys in their age groups? And they will scheme little like party settings where they will invite their girlfriend over with the purpose of having her locked in a room with a bunch of boys who are obviously much stronger than her, maybe a little older than her, and they will sit there and watch these boys taking advantage of the girl and her being completely helpless, begging them for help, and they'll just sit there and not do anything and get a big laugh out of it. They just think it's so funny. Have you heard stories like that? This is like real stuff I'm talking about. I'm like really into true crime, so I'm always like hearing, stories like this. This is a thing within the female community where women they don't like each other. We don't like each other. We get very easily jealous of each other, even jealous of women that have nothing to do with us. Like, they're not people we know. They're not people who are tied to our families. We don't have any interactions with them. They just represent something that I feel I'm inadequate in. So I'm taking it out on her. Like women who can't have children that are jealous of women who have children, and they'll like treat them a certain kind of way because they're mad that the women have children. It's so asinine, but I mean, this is just a way of womanhood, okay? The more he talks, the more it's solidifying in my mind that this is the mindset that Rita is coming from, where she's basically kind of getting to disrespect these women through her husband. So her and him going to the strip club, they're basically doing it for their own entertainment. It's funny to her to see these women groveling for cash and acting like a bunch of thirsty birds for his little dollars. Meanwhile, she gets to go home to his entire bank account. She gets to go home to his beautiful house. She gets to go home to all the cars he's driving. She gets to go home and enjoy the spoils of being with him permanently, even though just on a personal level, she has to deal with her own insecurity of not being as beautiful or as young as some of these women are that he's attracted to. She just gets a big kick out of his disrespect of them. You feel me? Anyways, thank you for this interesting commentary on pretending that you're shocked that his wife is a freaky deaky and like doesn't care about him sleeping with other women like it was news. Laykesha, Keysha, thank you so much. That's my take on it. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comment section. I will catch you guys in another video coming up soon, I guess. I'm Gypsy. Ciao.
Boom,